I'm leaving Parker, Arizona this morning. The other day I watched a video created by a landscape photographer. This video reminded me of the early videos I had made when I first started on YouTube. At that time, when I drove down the road, it was on the Pacific coast, and every 5 miles I could pull off the road. I was using an older iPhone that had very poor image stabilization. So while I had that, I did not take any driving videos like this, because I couldn't. This iPhone has better image stabilization, so I can. What I had noticed is that I was taking a lot of these driving videos and not stopping as often. Partly because I would have to take the phone off the dash every time I stopped and then put it back on as soon as I started up again. So my new phone and the cold weather changed my video style. While I drive the 45-ish miles to Blythe, I'm going to try and stop more often. Get back to my slow driving style. I found this gem just outside of Blythe. In fact, it's a very short distance from the bridge you saw me on as I left the city. A little while later, I found this abandoned building and made a U-turn on the highway and came back to it. At first I thought this graffiti spelled Gus. Now I'm driving down the road slowly, so I pulled over to let some trucks go by. It's a little frustrating because I don't like to be, how could I put it? I'm traveling slowly so that I can stop and take some of these landscapes and appreciate some of the environment around me. But when the trucks pull up right behind me, I don't want to stop too quickly. So I miss some nice views. Forgot the name of this town, but it was a great place to have coffee. It was a junction with Highway 95. I was driving down the road and I found this old abandoned building, so I thought I'd drop by because it's unusual anywhere to see these. Well, it's not really unusual, I guess, in some places, but it's interesting to kind of look at how the light reflects off things. Love some of the views you can get from a place like this. If you don't video it, you won't remember it. Looks like it was an old gas station. As you drive down the road, you'll frequently find these washes. A wash is a location where the water drains when it rains. In other words, it's more or less a small creek. If there was water around all the time, this would be a small creek. So I just walked to the top of the hill above the wash to get another good landscape shot, and I'm going to try and figure out where that might be. I think that valley up there, right there where the shade is and the peaks on both sides, I think that's probably the best spot. Or maybe over here like that would be a good landscape. Now that landscape might also be pretty cool to have plants in front of it. I'm not sure. Let's see what, something like that. So there's a bit of foreground, and yet the peak is primary in the image. So I'm trying to shoot my thumbnail. This is where I'm at tonight. I'll be waking up here in the morning to a beautiful sunrise, but tonight I think I'll give you a look at what this sunset turns out to be. Every direction I look, it looks awesome. Now, if I was a landscape artist, I would be trying to find a feature, and I'm not sure I would like to feature the sky, but you know, the lake or the river is pretty awesome. I'm not sure whether whether I would eliminate the river or include the river, or if in fact I can get back far enough. Maybe I can try the other side of the road. I'm not getting back very far, but the lens on this camera is very limited on my iPhone, so maybe I can get, I can't get enough of the river. I can't get enough of the reflection of the river from here. There we go, this angle is much better. I think I'll save the sunset for tomorrow's video because this is pretty long already. So have a good night. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, make some comments, let me know what you think, and I'll probably see you tomorrow.